Market structure is one of the most powerful tools you can learn as a trader. But here's the problem. Most people completely misunderstand it. And that's exactly why so many traders stay stuck, taking losses over and over again. Because at the end of the day, trading really comes down to one question. Which direction is price most likely to move next, and where are the best entry and exit levels? If you can answer that consistently, you don't need to guess anymore. You're no longer gambling. You're executing with an edge. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through market structure step by step in a way that actually makes sense, especially if you're a beginner. The 3 market phases. Let's start simple. Which direction is this market most likely to go? Up or down? Market structure helps you answer that question. It helps us map out potential trade opportunities, identify valid supply and demand zones, anticipate price reversals, manage risk, and determine entry and exit levels. The market only does 3 things. It moves up, which is known as a bullish market. It moves sideways, which is called consolidation. It moves down, which is known as a bearish market. That's it. But inside those movements, there's a pattern. In a bullish market, price forms higher highs, higher lows. That's your confirmation that buyers are in control. Let's look at an example. Price makes a strong move up. This is called an impulse leg. Now we have 2 key levels, also known as swing points, this low and this high. Price then moves down. This move is called a pullback or retracement. Now price breaks that high and creates a new high. This impulse move creates a break of structure to the upside. When price consistently breaks structure to the upside, the market is in an uptrend, or bullish. It forms a series of higher highs and higher lows. Buyers are in control, and we only look for buying opportunities. Every time price breaks a previous high, it's signaling strength. And when pullbacks fail to break below previous lows, that's even more confirmation. But here's something most traders ignore. Trends don't last forever. Eventually, momentum slows down. And when that happens, the market shifts into a range or consolidation. Consolidation, the warning sign. This is where price starts moving sideways. You'll notice a clear high and a clear low, and price just bounces between those levels. No clear direction, no strong momentum, just indecision. Now here's the key insight. Consolidation is not random. It's often the market preparing for its next move. And many times, it leads to a reversal. The real shift, change of character. This is where most traders get it wrong. A trend does not become bearish just because price dips lower. That's noise. The real shift happens when a key structure level is broken. Let's break it down simply. In an uptrend, there's always one important low. The low that led to the last strong move up that broke the previous high. Looking at this example, this was the last impulse leg that broke structure. Price then comes back and breaks that higher low to the downside. This creates a shift in market behavior, a change of character. Buyers lose control and sellers step in. From here, the market starts forming lower lows, lower highs. What does that mean? When price breaks that higher low, we now have a new high and a new low. When price pulls back and then breaks that low, that high is now lower than the previous high, so it becomes a lower high, and the new low is lower than the previous low. Now we're in a bearish environment, a series of lower highs and lower lows, so we only focus on selling opportunities. Understanding clean structure versus noise. Not every structure in the market is tradable. This is where most beginners get trapped. They look at every small move, every tiny high and low, and treat all of it as meaningful structure. Let's put this into perspective. Within every higher time frame move, there are smaller, lower time frame structures. For example, on the 4-hour chart, you'll still see smaller higher highs and higher lows forming. Now imagine a 15-minute pullback where price breaks a small higher low. What do beginner traders do? They jump in to sell, and then boom, they get stopped out. Because a break in microstructure does not mean the entire trend has reversed. the market is still in an overall uptrend. So you need to focus on the major swing points, the ones that actually move the market. Everything else? That's just internal noise. If you base your decisions on small, random movements, you'll constantly end up on the wrong side of the market. Wicks and liquidity. Now let's talk about something powerful. Liquidity. When price is in consolidation, it often creates equal highs and equal lows. Sellers enter positions and place their stop losses above equal highs. This creates a cluster of stops, a pool of liquidity above those highs. When price spikes above that level and then quickly drops back down, that's not strength, that's a trap. Price is sweeping liquidity before moving in the true bearish direction. Conversely, buyers enter positions and place their stop losses below equal lows. This creates liquidity below those lows. So when price dips below a level and instantly reverses upward, that's not weakness, that's liquidity being taken. What's happening is simple. The market triggers stop losses, grabs liquidity, and then moves in the real direction. So if you see price wicking levels instead of closing beyond them, that's a sign of rejection, not continuation. Putting market structure into context. Imagine price has been trending up, making higher highs and higher lows. Then suddenly it stops making new highs. It starts ranging. You see wicks on both sides. That's your signal. Momentum is fading. Now, if price spikes up and then breaks below that key low, that's confirmation. The market has shifted. And now your mindset changes from looking for buys to looking for sells. How to actually trade this? Here's where most traders mess up again. They see a break of structure and jump in immediately. But smart trading doesn't work like that. You don't chase price. You wait. Once the direction is clear, you wait for price to return to a key level. That key level could be a supply zone, a demand zone, an order block, or a fair value gap, an area where strong moves previously began. That's where you look for entries. Not at the top, not in the middle, at meaningful levels. Why timing matters. Think of trading like poker. You don't go all in every hand. You wait until the odds are in your favor. The market gives you the same opportunity. It shows you its behavior, and then you decide if it's worth taking the trade. Sometimes price won't return to your level, and that's okay. Missing a trade is better than forcing a bad one. Adding confirmation, the real edge. Now here's where things get even better. Instead of entering blindly, you wait for confirmation. For example, if you expect price to move higher, identify your point of interest, wait for price to pull back into that area, then drop down to a lower time frame and look for a bullish shift in market structure. Once the lower time frame aligns with the higher time frame trend, that's your signal to buy. If you expect price to drop, wait for clear signs of weakness before entering. This simple step can dramatically improve your results. Better entries, better risk to reward, higher probability trades. Final thoughts. At its core, market structure is simple. It tells you direction, it shows you when that direction changes, and it helps you stay on the right side of the market. But simple doesn't mean easy. You need practice. You need screen time. You need to train your eyes to recognize what actually matters. Because once you truly understand structure, you stop reacting to random candles and start reading the market with purpose. Outro. If this helped you see the charts differently, make sure to subscribe and drop a comment below. And in the next video, I'll break down exactly how to enter trades step by step using this model.